Today, I've got a question for all my fellow scuba diving instructors out there. Should we or should we not start to film our students as they learn scuba diving to help them in their learning experience by actually visualizing what they do underwater? Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in again. My name is Matthias and today I have a rather philosophical question for you. Now, this past week I spent in the mountains here in Switzerland. I actually learned how to ski. Yes, I'm Swiss, and before this week I did not ski simply because my parents never took me into the mountains for skiing. They don't ski themselves, so I just never really got into it. But I reached a point where I thought, well, it really is time for me to learn to ski, and I had the chance to spend a week in a friend's cabin up in the mountains this past 7 days, and I took a private instructor, ski instructor, who taught me how to ski. Now, myself also being an instructor, but obviously a scuba diving instructor, it was very interesting to see what kind of approach this guy took in teaching me how to ski. I used to work as a scuba diving instructor for about 5 years in places like Australia, Greece, Thailand, and also in Bali. And throughout the time I was working as a full-time scuba diving instructor, I have always tried to find a way to make the learning experience as easy and as comfortable for my students as anyhow possible. Now, one thing that really caught me by surprise with this ski course that I took was that my instructor actually took a lot of videos of me skiing down the slopes. So what would happen is that he would explain something to me, he'd show it to me, and then he would get me to do it, and after I've done it a couple of times, he would then record me coming down the slopes, either being behind myself or being in front of me, so I could see it from different angles. At first I didn't really understand how important this one step of recording my skiing was. But what he would do after the lessons, he would then in the evening send me all the videos he took throughout our lessons, and he would write little tips and comments on the videos as well, basically saying, look at your position of your feet as you're coming down the slope, look at how you turn your body, all that sort of stuff. And he would tell me what I did well and where I could improve. Watching those videos at night would actually give me a much better understanding of what I need to look out for and what I can do better in our next session. Naturally, after seeing this and how well this worked, I started thinking about why I have never thought of this idea to film my scuba diving students and actually show them the footage of themselves underwater. Because I think it would be a lot easier if you could show someone, look, you're not in a perfectly horizontal position, look where your fins are, you're actually kicking the coral, look what you're doing with your hands, they're not very still, look where your body is and how far apart you are from your body, and all that sort of stuff I think is much easier communicated by showing someone a quick video of that person underwater and how they act and behave underwater, rather than trying to explain it to someone. Having done some research then, I found that no one in the diving industry is actually recording their students for that purpose. And I asked myself why. And I can't really think of any proper reason why we shouldn't film our scuba diving students as they're learning, so we can show them that footage and help them in their learning experience and make it easier for them to understand what they're doing wrong and where they can improve throughout their course and throughout their diving career, really. So this is my question to you, to the diving community, to the instructor community out there. Have you ever, or do you record your students while they're learning how to scuba dive? is this something that you would consider helpful, or am I just really completely misjudging the value of video as an instructional help? I'm really curious to hear your opinions on this, your opinion as a scuba diving instructor, but also I would like to hear your opinions as a student. Think back to your course and try to imagine what it would have been like if your instructor would have shown you some video of yourself being underwater and learning how to scuba dive. Do you think it would have made it easier for you to learn scuba diving, having a visual reference of yourself actually being underwater and diving? Thanks very much for watching, guys. This was it for today, a slightly different video to what I normally make, but it still has something to do with underwater filming, so I thought it fits quite nicely into this channel. And again, I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this topic. Please leave them down in the comment section, and I'm really looking forward to engage in a bit of a conversation and a discussion about this. And who knows, maybe we can kind of kick off something here and give an idea to the larger scuba diving or training organizations to implement video in their educational process for their scuba diving courses. If this video was useful to you guys, if it was entertaining, inspirational, if you got anything out of it, please do hit that like button. It really does mean a lot to me, and also consider subscribing to my channel so you're not missing out on any future videos that come out weekly here on this channel. And as I mentioned earlier, we normally talk about filmmaking on this channel, and specifically about filmmaking underwater. So if that's something that you're into, please hit that subscribe button and also the little notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload a new video here. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next week.